This morning's count, we have 48 in-house, 0 weekenders, 9 transfers, 5 out on electronic monitoring, 16 on pretrial release, total population of 78. Took in 13 inmates last week, 9 were repeaters, and released 10. There are repeater charges. 1 came in for acts prohibited, booked 6 times in 2 years. 1 for an electronic bench warrant, booked 2 times last year. 1 for stalking in violation of a restraining order, booked 8 times in 6 years. 1 in for protective custody, booked 11 times in 5 years. 1 for criminal mischief, burglary, and 72-hour hold, booked 4 times in 14 years. 1 for disorderly conduct and protective custody, booked 16 times in 8 years. 1 for DUI, booked 6 times in 8 years. 1 for protective custody, booked 4 times in 11 years. And 1 for theft and burglary, booked 2 times in less than a year.
Stop there a minute.
You had a request.
Susan, would you state your question?
Yeah. I'm very interested in knowing a little bit more about the folks that are repeaters. When you give us every week the report of who you have, I recognize we can't have names, and we can't have any demographic info that's going to identify these people, but I would be interested to know if you have the numbers, or could, without much difficulty, tell us how many of those folks are under the age of 25. If we looked back over the last year, how many of those folks that are in and out are under the age of 25? I guess I'd also be interested in knowing medication history. How many of those folks that are repeaters are on psychotropic drugs, or medication, I should say. My point is, I think that we should be able to do a lot more to prevent recidivism than we're doing, and I think if we looked at numbers and those were made available to the delegation and the subcommittee, and we spent a little more time looking at rehabilitation and education programs, maybe we could help some of these folks in a better way, and hence our society in a better way.
Sure. I'll see what I can get for a report for you, ma'am.
Thanks, Jason.
Welcome.
I don't say just for me, but for especially for our delegation members.
Right. Yeah.
Is that information available to you? Or
it'll take some time to put together, but I can do it because the way we break it down, I have the year I can go back and actually, you know what? It might be a little bit more difficult because I don't put the names on here, so I only put what I just reported 1 in 4. You know, so let me see what I can do for getting the names.
We don't need names.
How far back? No, you don't need names.
I know, but I need to.
You need the names.
He needs the name to
find
find out.
To get the date of birth.
How far back? You want to go back a year?
Yeah.
If it's possible to go back a year, I think that's telling, and that's all we need truly to make some valid decisions.
Too difficult to do more than a year.
Yeah. For the year 2011.
We've been working on it for a year.
See what you can do. Okay.
To maybe even if it is difficult to do, Jason, to start now with a spreadsheet that says, you know, an unduplicated count of the names, the offense, the medications,
the staff who helped me with getting my weekly numbers, they have a file on our shared drive, and they were able to. They print me out a report where I get these numbers from. So let me go back and find out how long we've been doing that, and then that might make it a little bit easier for me.
Terrific. Thank you very much.
Okay, go ahead.
So let's see, just as a follow-up, we hadn't heard back from the fence company as of yet. Joe called them this morning, and we'll get an estimate today from the fence company. It's been going on.
This is for the perimeter fence?
And for the
for that
fix.
corner?
Yes.
Okay.
And 2 things. I mentioned 3 of you attending the meeting on Friday down at Primex
Yeah.
from the association. Just 2 bills. Not sure if you saw the email from Betsy Miller yesterday.
Yes.
There's 2 bills that may want to, us to spend some time looking at. There's a House bill right now that's looking to establish a study committee to privatize the county correction system. That's one House bill. And then there's also a Senate bill, county-specific to Belknap County, about consolidating and having the sheriff run the jail, which may have some impact on other counties within the state, even though we're all autonomous. So on
I'm sorry, have who run the jail?
the sheriffs.
The sheriff, like it doesn't, like in Maine.
Yeah, most other states in the United States are run by the sheriffs.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is, the hearing on that is scheduled for January 17th, down at the State House. So I'm gonna go down to that and listen to what is being talked about there.
If I recall correctly, one of the things in the email that was sent by Betsy regarding these, what's going to be coming up on Friday, she wants our input.
Right.
So if if you can't make it, we would like to have.
Are you planning to be there?
I'm planning on
Oh, you're
going,
going to be
yeah.
there, so we don't have to, okay, so that's fine.
Has your affiliate, when was the last meeting of your affiliate? Was anything like that discussed at that meeting?
No,
No?
no. There was some emails amongst all the superintendents with the respects on the Belknap County issue.
Yeah.
We'll most likely be discussing that next Friday at our affiliate meeting. And there wasn't any discussion on the House bill on privatizing, because that came out after the affiliate meeting.
Okay.
Yes. And that's all I have.
Okay, have you,
On the RFP, you want the RFP?
yeah, have you had a chance to look at that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have any
And
questions?
Do you want to insert a start date for this? I just put this in draft, so I didn't know when you wanted to put this out
I'll put it out right away.
right away.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can send it today? I'm gonna give it to the business office today?
Yep.
Okay.
Sooner the better.
The RFP is for, to fix the front wall.
I would like to see that go in a local paper, in the Sun, in the Manchester Union Leader, Dodge Report.
I'm sorry, sir, it was the Dodge
And
report?
if you
Dodge
know,
Report, yes.
Dodge
Okay.
Report, and if, I guess I'll hold off. I was gonna say, we could send it out to some of the local companies. Yes, Mr. Brown?
Point of order, could you, you're talking, referring to the inside wall?
Yes.
Can you explain that a little bit, what's going on with that?
Jason, you wanna go ahead?
We had settled for, was it
45,000.
45,000. And what that was for is for, to basically repair the 2 connections of the interior wall to the outside wall. They found that there was no building malfunction, that the wall itself was designed to move, and what we're seeing is the movement. So what we're doing is trying to hide the expansion joints, if you will. So the $45,000 was to cover the cost of the repair and any engineering and legal costs, if I'm correct.
So this doesn't have anything to do with the break?
No.
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 This is something totally separate?
Totally
different,
separate, yes, sir.
totally different.
Yep.
One of the other, ask them to put it also in the salmon press, because if we're going to go for the Sun, we really should get the other side of it.
I have talked with the engineer that did the study, and he said that local companies could bid on this,
Okay.
especially with the dimensions and the diagrams that are included in the proposal. That's why I say make sure it goes in the local papers.
Sure. Absolutely. So, just for clarification, Sun, Salmon Press, Dodge Report, and Manchester Union.
Right.
You got the independent, right? Okay,
That's Salmon
Salmon
Press.
Press is independent. Okay.
Website too, I imagine, or
What's that?
the website as well?
Yes.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Normally, we give them a couple of weeks to prepare the bill,
So-
so,
2 weeks?
yeah, at least 2 weeks.
Okay.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Good. Anybody got any quick questions for Jay? Yes.
You said you had 48 in-house, it was roughly 76 overall, because you had 16 on pretrial and somebody on bracelets.
Yep, 48 and 78.
I've missed a couple meetings, but it just seems the number of 48 in-house is pretty low.
It has gone down,
And is that because of the pretrial releases and stuff like that, or are you just booking fewer people right now?
booking fewer people.
Any further questions? If not, okay, thank you, Jason.
Thank you.